Tesla because there's always news behind it. And there, of course, like Alex, we've said a million times, there's so many opinions on this name.
Yeah, and it seems as if the analysts are just a little bit gun shy to bet against this one. Look, if you were neutral and you had a rating of 215, you're probably bearish now. Let's just be honest. The stock's $60 higher. You didn't change your rating. You just moved the price target up. You were wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You know, Tesla moves. It could maybe came back, but it does seem that the maturation of this company has really changed how analysts assess it. There is this willingness to kind of just plant these neutral ratings, reasonable price targets, sort of where the stock is. 2-3 years ago, it was like, this stock's going to 1,000 or this stock's going to 0. Those were your two options, and it seemed like you either were in one of those camps or you didn't follow financial markets.
Tesla stock has continued on an upward trajectory since the start of this year. Although there were a few dips at some point, shares are still trading at a good price compared to where they were a few months back. Today we've got an interesting topic, one that shares the future of Tesla and the immense profitability that lies within that future. While investing in Tesla's stock does carry inherent risks and requires thorough research, there is still hope that Tesla is one of the best companies to invest in right now. And after this video, you might see some of the things from the perspective of this channel. So without further ado, let's get started.
We're digging into a lot of top stories today, and Praz, I know you have your eye on Tesla.
Over the weekend, we finally saw something from Giga Austin, the first Cybertruck rolling off the. It said they were built. It was built in Giga Austin, maybe not coming off the assembly line, but the first Cybertruck there shown this weekend on Saturday. So big news there. Stock charging higher here because the company is seemingly on slated to kind of go into production of this truck later this quarter, limited quantities, and hold that potential customer delivery event at the end of the quarter that Musk was talking about. So big news there for them. We'll see if this car that came off the line was actually just a pre-verification build, which is something that just goes through the line, see if it comes out okay. They won't sell it to customers, perhaps. We'll see. Still good news.
Interesting to look at just tracking estimates, right? And we love talking about Wall Street estimates and what these different analysts are putting out there. There are 3 analysts compiled by Bloomberg already that have expectations for sales of the Cybertruck in 2023. The average, the consensus of that is over 3,000 sales of the Cybertruck in 2023. It is July. So I'm just curious what we actually see come Q3, Q4. Those projections are for 70,000 Cybertrucks to be sold in 2024. So this is a legitimate part of the Tesla growth story now and where the company is headed for them to start selling these trucks. So it'll be interesting to see when we do start. It's good that they're being built. It's good that they're being built. But
in a previous note to clients following Tesla's recent delivery update, auto analysts with Morgan Stanley said that while auto consumers would love some new competitive entrants into the EV marketplace, they still consider Tesla a superior value for money. This is something that is pushing the company's dominant EV share position. For this reason, Tesla investors need to be prepared for the enormous growth coming, as only those who recognize Tesla's potential can truly benefit from what's to come. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. Tesla is expected to experience a meteoric rise to unprecedented fortune in the future, and its investors are likely to experience a world of unlimited opportunities. In this video, we're going to unravel the strategic puzzle that will solidify Tesla's position as a market leader, generate revenue for the company, and potentially send its stock price to significant levels in just a few years, maybe $8,000 a share by 2030. But before we start, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. Tesla's stock price by 2030 is going to be influenced by a variety of factors, including vehicle sales, the Cybertruck, Tesla's energy business, and a possible $25,000 car. Tesla's FSD and robots will also be significant contributors to the stock price. Tesla's relentless focus on AI, particularly in autonomous driving and enhanced driver assistance systems, positions the company for long-term success. With its AI-driven innovations and competitive edge, Tesla is well-positioned to meet the market demand for AI-powered vehicles. Similarly, Tesla's $25,000 EV could be one major catalyst for Tesla stock by the year 2030. In a previous tweet, Elon Musk confirmed that Tesla will launch a new EV later in 2023 for $25,000, and many believe that this could be the Model 2. At Tesla's Battery Day in 2020, Musk announced that Tesla's going to be making a compelling $25,000 car that will be fully autonomous. This low-cost vehicle, an electric one at that, could have the story for Tesla. Regardless of how much this new car model sells for, it does have the potential to be Tesla's best-selling model yet, and could put the rest of the EV industry on notice, forcing other automakers to develop similarly priced sedans that appeal to a larger population than most current EVs. ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood has an expected value of $2,500 share price for Tesla by 2027. But let's just say the stock doesn't get there by 2027 and only does so 3 years after in 2030. Cathie Wood predicts that AI could increase the productivity of knowledge workers more than fourfold by 2030. And even her firm, ARK Invest, estimates that if AI vendors were to capture 10% of the value created by their products, then AI software could generate up to $14 trillion in revenue and $90 trillion in enterprise value by 2030. For Tesla, Wood and ARK Invest predict that Tesla's robotaxis could bring in as much as $8 or $10 trillion in revenue by 2030. So a share price of $2,500 just seemed pretty realistic. But the interesting thing is that Tesla could go even higher by 2030. So let's look at an even more bullish case scenario for Tesla stock. Suppose by 2030, Tesla's lower-cost EVs have already hit the market, and Tesla has a supply that is pretty significant when it comes to lithium for its batteries. With more improvements in its energy business and robotics, Tesla's stock price could go as high as $8,000 in just 7. Although for this valuation, we expect the Tesla bot to only be available in Tesla factories. If Tesla takes things up a little bit by this year, say it starts to license FSD and the Tesla bot is now available in other factories and customers' homes, then Tesla's stock price could go as high as $22,000. Anyway, this is all speculation, and it doesn't guarantee Tesla's future performance, so further research is needed if you plan to hold on to Tesla for that long. Tesla's revenue have largely risen over the last decade, peaking at $24.32 billion in the fourth quarter of last year before dipping slightly to $23.33 billion the next quarter. Tesla made $20.9 billion in gross profit in 2022, giving it a gross profit margin of 25.6%. The company recorded its first full-year profit in 2020, just a decade after going public. Tesla gets its revenues from various streams, although the vast majority comes from the sale of its vehicles and accompanying features like full self-driving upgrades. For instance, Tesla disclosed that it made $324 million in revenue from expanding the Tesla FSD beta to all North American customers in November. Tesla also recently announced it was opening up an EV charging network to Ford and GM, meaning that customers of both automakers have access to around 12,000 superchargers across North America. Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives estimated that these partnerships could generate another $3 billion for Tesla services revenues by 2025. Another major source of revenue for Tesla is the sale of regulatory credits to other automotive manufacturers, which brought in $1.8 billion in revenue in 2022. Tesla earns tradable credits under regulations related to zero-emission vehicles, greenhouse gases, fuel economy, and clean fuel. The company made $2.5 billion in 2022 from automotive leasing revenues, including direct operating lease agreements in the US, Canada, and Europe. Tesla's revenues from its stream increased 51% from 2021 to 22, and Tesla made a significant amount from its energy business. While some bears have questioned Tesla's dominance over the last few years, there is still a lot of growing to be had. And in a few years, Tesla investors could be super happy that they took a chance on this promising company. But what do you think? Let us know down below. And don't forget to let us know what your valuation of Tesla is. And if you want to find out more about what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.